Hello, class. How are you doing? So, my name is David Humphrey, and I am going to be your teacher today. So, I'm going to teach you today a lesson in how to understand infinitives and ing verbs in these forms in my best abilities, in their forms, to the best of my abilities. So how do we understand these? Well, let's begin by understanding them in their first forms. So let's start with some basic forms. So we're going to start with understanding. So we're going to take a giant tree. So there's a giant tree in the middle of the forest. So there's a giant tree and a man is in front of a giant tree. So a man has in front of a giant tree in which he's trying to come in front of a giant tree, wants to climb it and then run away from it. So he wants to get in front of it and in verb form and get the verb form in front of that giant tree. So let's start with how he gets the verbs from that giant tree. So first from how he gets in front of that giant tree. So first, how does he get that giant tree? So to climb, well, also to climb can be understood as climb. So infinitives and ing. So infinitive to climb and ing climb. And infinitive to look up and ing looking up. Both can be understood as infinitive to and ing. Both can be understood. So there's that. So what do we have next, though? Well, what does he do next, though? Well, at the top of the tree, what does he do? He goes to the top of the tree. So he goes to the top of the tree from climbing and looking up, so he goes to sitting and standing at the top of the tree. So sitting and standing. 1, to sit and sitting, and to stand and standing. So to sit and sitting, infinitive and ing, and to stand and standing. So infinitive and ing, and to stand and standing, infinitive ing and infinitive and ing. There is that. So there's that. Infinitive, ing. Infinitive, ing. There is that. So there is that. So there is that as well. So then, finally, what do we have? So there is one infinitive ing left. So he comes down from the tree to do one more infinitive ing form. So after coming up from the tree, he goes down to the bottom of the tree. After being from the top of the tree, he goes down from the top of the tree to the bottom of the tree. So running and sprinting from the top of the tree to the bottom of the tree. So to run, running, and to sprint, sprinting. So to run, infinitive, sprinting, ing, and to run, sprinting, and sprinting, ing. So he later runs from the top of the tree to the bottom of the tree. So infinitive ing, infinitive ing. I hope you understood the infinitive ing, infinitive ing. So there is very much this difference between the two. There is this difference between the two forms of these forms, between the two verb forms, that must be understood in order to understand the two verb forms in the sentences. Yes.